Okay, we're live on Facebook here, and we're about to be live on Instagram.
Instagram is live.
And now, this is the last day of the year. This is the last live of the year. Some people are working today, some are not, but we're still being consistent. We're going to keep being consistent next year, and every Tuesday, we're going to be going live and either giving you guys some value, talking about our week, entertaining you, or educating you on something. But this Tuesday, we just wanted to talk about, you know, number one, goals for your 2025 and how you should be setting them. And it's very simple. Like people usually like overthink this, or they maybe make goals that are not even reachable.
Attainable, yeah.
And that could be trouble for you.
What's the
And one second. And I also want to talk about how we're going to be increasing our pricing. Because if you're not part of our client roster right now, it's going to get harder for you to be part of our client roster. And this year has been pretty successful. We've been able to crack the code for our clients, be able to find out what works, what doesn't, for what industries, and what you should be doing. So when you come and partner with us, you're not just hiring us. It's a partnership. We are here to come into your business as CMOs, if you will, to be able to make you more money and to be able to free up your time so that you can put that time up somewhere else, maybe with your family or traveling, or maybe you just want more money to invest and have a better future. So what were you going to add there?
I was just gonna say about what you talking about creating unachievable or unattainable goals using the SMART acronym.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's I forget what the S. Remember what the S stands for? SMART acronym. Here we go.
Action plan.
Yeah. So the goal has to be S, specific. What are you trying to do? I was actually talking to my younger brother about this today, and I asked him what kind of goals he wants to achieve for 2025, and he started naming off a bunch that are just kind of, like pretty general. And one thing I said, you just gotta get super specific, because if you know what you got to do, then it's going to be easier for you to do it. Second one is measurable.
Yeah, so let's go through this.
Yeah.
For example, like for contractors, specific. Don't go out and
Hey,
be
Victoria.
like, hi, Becky. Don't go out and be like, oh, I just want to make more money next year. Or if this was your first year in business, don't go out and be like, oh, I want to make $1 million. Like, be specific. Do the math. And I think I'll talk about doing the math in a second, but like maybe you did 650,000 this year. What is actually specific to do next year? Okay, so maybe only 100K more, which is super doable, or maybe 250, 300K more, which is also super doable. You just have to take the actions to be able to do that.
Yeah, and that kind of relates into the next one, the A, the attainable. If you're starting your first year of business, unless you've got this crazy business plan and this isn't your first business you've started, chances are you're not going to be making $1 million the next year. So having a goal that's an attainable goal, like increasing revenue by 100.
Measurable.
Or I'm doing A right now.
Oh, okay.
But increasing that goal to a number that is attainable for you and your business.
Yeah, and then I guess measurable, M.
We did S, we did M.
Oh, we did M?
Yeah, we just talked about M.
Being trackable. So just be sure. So if you want more appointments, how many more leads do you have to get to be able to get to those appointments? And just have the numbers. So have the funnel, and it's very simple. It doesn't have to be rocket science. It's got to be like, how many leads are you getting?
Yeah.
From those leads, how many appointments are you going to, or walkthroughs? From that, how many quotes are you giving out? And then from those quotes that you're giving out, so maybe you give about 10, how many are you closing? So what's your closing percentage from a quote that you give out? Then that way, once you have all of that, it's super measurable so that you can attain it. And then after that, just realistic.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're honest with yourself.
Yeah, make sure you know what you and your team can do. If there's holes on your team, or if there's holes on your team and that would affect you to achieve some of your goals, then it could be good to look at some of those holes and be realistic and make some decisions that could help you.
Yeah, like one of our clients a couple weeks ago, he was asking for me to connect him with like a possible assistant or someone to take a little bit of work off his plate. But then I'm like, dude, you can't even handle some of your invoices right now. How are you gonna pay someone to do work and then not be able to handle their invoices? So that didn't make sense. And then my point is just go and focus on like uh, the stuff that will make you money. Like there's some things that you might think that, oh, I'll hire this person that's gonna free up my time. You can't even focus on paying your invoices right now. Stop trying to get more money out the door without getting more in, if that makes some sort of sense.
Yeah.
And then the last one.
The biggest one. There's a reason why T is the hardest word or the hardest pronounced word in the word smart. Time. You got to give yourself a time limit. Because if you don't give yourself a time limit, then you're just going to take forever to complete it. So time limits are huge.
Yeah,
Goes right into Parkinson's law.
That goes right into Parkinson's law. You've been reading Elon Musk lately.
I have. Yeah, the Elon Musk biography book.
Talk about Parkinson's law.
It's free on Spotify. But
last time we talked about it, we had long hairs.
Yeah, so basically, Parkinson's law is essentially your work takes up the amount of time that you allot it. So if you give yourself a week, let's paint a little picture here. You're back in school and you have a paper to do, right? And you say, this paper is due in 2 months. So I'm going to give myself 2 months to do this paper. So that means that paper is going to take you 2 months. You're going to go for like the last week of school, cram all that stuff in and write a paper. So that paper will take you 2 months. If you apply Parkinson's law to this, you can say, okay, this paper, I'm only going to give myself a month to do it, or maybe even less, a week to do it. And you're gonna complete that task within the week. So again, your job and your tasks fill the amount of time that you give it. So if you have that in mind when planning tasks, be sure to just kind of decrease that time because you're still going to get it done.
Yeah, and you have all the answers in your head as well. And just to differentiate between Parkinson's law and procrastination, ChatGPT says both concepts highlight inefficiencies in time management but stem from different mindsets. Procrastination is about inaction, while Parkinson's law is about inefficient action. So almost like you're sitting down to do the work, but then you're actually just scrolling on your phone, not doing the work.
Yeah.
So then that is making it take longer.
Yeah.
And then possibly even make you procrastinate. So yeah, don't procrastinate.
Don't procrastinate and put a time limit on things.
Yeah, be sure to do that. And what else were we going to talk about?
So we talked about goal setting. We talked about increasing our prices this year.
And the reason why we're increasing our prices is because we can't take more than 25 clients at a time. Right now, we're halfway there, about 12 to 15. And let's say that we start taking 26 client, 27, 31 clients.
Yeah.
The time that we're giving to our current clients is going to be minimized. And let's say that it is minimized, the results could get hurt at that point. And the way that we charge our clients is not like, oh, just give us a couple $1,000s per month and that's it. And then we'll do this work for you. It's not like that. We're not just consultants that are going to give you information or do work to your company or with your company and then just get paid a fee. We want to help you scale. And then the way for us to be able to grow as well and only have a few clients is to have a rev share in place, a way for us to earn more the more money we make you and make sure that that is trackable. And luckily for everybody, since we're doing online advertising and not billboards on the side of the road,
it's easy to track.
Yeah, so that's why our pricing is increasing because we cannot handle more than 30 clients at a time. And we don't want to go out and hire 20 people either. Even though that is altruistic and it provides for the economy, there's other ways we want to contribute to those.
Yes, definitely.
Those areas. So that's why we're increasing our pricing. For you to be clear, we're charging about $1,500 Canadian for Facebook ads and Instagram ads, $1,500 for Google ads and some landing pages. Everything together would be about $2,500, plus usually about a 10, 15, maybe sometimes 30% rev share, depending on where that business is at, how long they've been in business, and what their track records are. And we just want what is fair. If we're doing some consulting, usually about $700 per call. If we're doing like some setup plus teaching you how to do it, it's about $8,900, and it's about a 20-day period. So there's a few ways we could possibly help you guys. There's like 36 different ways. If you're looking for us to possibly take you on as a client, partner together, just send Jordan a message, myself, or a Mass Eye account,
Yeah.
and we'd be happy to help. And now talking about 2025, you know how there's like uh, Mercury, Gatorade, and retrograde, and like the the planets, and then your sign.
Oh, like astrology?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that, a lot of people believe in it, and a lot of people don't. So I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Well,
But-
when you said Gatorade, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were listening on sports drinks for a second there.
Nah. So what I want to talk about is like karma. There's good karma, and then there's bad karma. Okay.
Mhm.
Like there's a good cop, and then there's a bad cop. Okay. And there's like yang and a yang.
Yes.
So whenever you do like a bad action, consider in most people's brain, you're likely going to get some bad karmic energy. And so same thing with the good stuff. If let's say you possibly just start giving money away to the homeless or to charities or possibly like giving food away, you're likely going to start experiencing some karmic energy, good energy, given that you're not just doing that action to receive the good karmic
Yeah.
energy. If not,
Yeah.
it's probably not going to work out. Now, let's say that you don't pay your invoices in time. And let's say that you treat your partners with not much respect. You kind of say that you respect them, but you don't pay them on time or answer their messages or communicate well, or say one thing and then not end up doing that thing, then kind of making up stuff and then saying, I'll get back to you or pay you later or whatever. What do you think your clients are going to do? And we've experienced this too with some of our clients. They tell us, we went and did this job for X, and then the guy did not want to pay us, so then I had to do X, Y, Z, so then the guy ended up paying us. And we're not that type of person or company either, or people. If you're not paying us, we're not going to go out and sell your accounts or your
Mhm.
data or anything.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, we're going to communicate with you that what you're doing is potentially hurting us too, and we want to make it right. So my point in saying that is that there is good karmic energy and bad one, and so if you are acting the way that you don't want your clients to act towards you with your clients,
It starts with you. I think
yeah.
George is saying everything starts with you.
Like, what are you talking about? You don't pay your partners and then get mad when your clients don't pay you. You know, it starts with you. So take responsibility. A good book that we would want to end off with. We should do that. You know, have like segments to this.
Yeah.
Lopijo and the comedy guys are pretty good at that. They have segments. That's what they're doing so well.
Can I guess? So we haven't talked about this book recommendation at all, but I think I have a good idea of what this book recommendation is going to be. So I'm going to say it, and you're going to tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay, I'll give you a muffin if you get one.
Okay. Is it Extreme Ownership by
That's right.
Jocko Willink? I think it's his last
Yeah,
name.
that's
Great
right.
book. Such an amazing book. It's changed my view on responsibility. I cannot recommend this book enough.
Yeah.
Extreme Ownership.
He used to be in the military and
Navy SEAL.
I don't know if he was like one of the leaders of the team or
I think it was a team leader or something like
butchering
that. He had a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And essentially he made a book. And one of the biggest things, the biggest takeaway from that book, you're going to take it away, take some things away that if you read it on your own, but basically responsibility flows upward. Responsibility flows upward. And you are responsible for everything. If you've got people working underneath you, and let's say you ask them to take a specific action and that action isn't taken, that's your responsibility, not the responsibility of the person taking the action. So responsibility flows upward, and that's one of the biggest things that you can kind of take away from Extreme Ownership. Again, can't recommend that book enough.
Yeah, so that's the last book we recommend to you guys. And if you want us to take a look at your pages, see if we might be able to partner together, send us a message, send Jordan a message or myself, and we'll talk soon.
Take it easy,
Bye.
take it easy, guys. Happy New Year.